From the harbor lights of Carrick to the shores of far away, every heart beats Rangers, every soul will proudly say, we're the voices in the terraces, the hands that build the dream. Now the people own the Rangers, we're the lifeblood of the team. From Carrick to the mountains, to the cities around the globe, our colors fly together and the black and amber glows. We're the people's club forever, we'll sing it loud and true. Carrick Rangers owned by all, the best for me and you. From Belfast to New York, from Sydney to the Clyde, every fan's a family member standing shoulders side by side. No rich man owns our spirit, no king can buy our pride. We're 1,000 hearts united and the world's our stadium wide.
Man, you
Welcome,
gotta
everybody. Well, Stephen,
gotta-
right out the gate,
gotta
out of the gate,
roll that sound.
he's got better on the screen.
What's
Good
better
God,
than
Steven.
that? What the hell is better than that? Especially right now, what do you got going on right now? You got MLB futures. You got the NFL, who's going to get hired and fired where, and you got Carrick Rangers soccer. So better. I love it. You want to support the show? Scan the QR code. Better. It's they have a sports book, but it's more or lesses. They like their prop bets, but they call them more or less. Fantastic book. You get up to $200 in a deposit bonus and $10 just for creating a new user account. Better. Tell them Bleacher Brothers sent you.
Wow. I must say that was a terrible promo. Normally with the show, we like to introduce the players before we start selling the audience right out of the gate, but AJ is a businessman, so I will let that one slide.
But wait, there's more.
I like for
you even get a
the
soccer
audience
ball if
to
you sign up
see
today.
the guests. They need to see the guests and hear who they are before they start getting plugs. Stephen, what the hell are you doing putting up better right out of the gate? We literally just got off and I said, I would cue you guys up when it was time for the plug. And what does he do? Right out of the gate, classic acupuncture Luker, just poking away. Good. Take it down, Stephen. Take it down.
Thank God the team plays better than we do. Thank goodness.
He still has it up. This is amazing. I guess we're gonna do an entire show with the better logo. There you go, Stephen. Welcome to the party. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the People's Podcast. Coming off of a hot win, it must be Rico time because nobody does it better than me. You're welcome. Tonight, we have obviously me, but joining Uncle Rico is Scotty and AJ, and in the back, obviously, the boy wonder himself, Luker.
All right, so can I ask you a question, Stephen? What else did you do? Why do I not see anyone's names? Why does Rico not say Rico, Scotty not say Scotty, and AJ not say AJ? You made our names disappear, buddy.
Everyone's name is still present on here.
All right, that was from behind the scenes. That wasn't a stay behind the curtain, Mr. Wizard.
Why are you popping up, Stephen? I don't want to see your face yet. Okay, I'll cue you when it's time, buddy. Well, this is a great start, fellas, and it's kind of reminiscent of the game that the boys just played. Right out of the gate, once again, they shit the bed. But like the boys, we're always ready for a comeback. And boy, oh boy, did they have a big victory. I'm talking about the County Antrim Shield.
Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years. Didn't you read the book?
Which book?
This
book. The crossover between LL Cool J and the Kings of the Castle book.
No, I didn't catch that one. But what I did catch was a trophy that nobody had Carrick down for, including most of the audience and most of the hosts on this show.
Woohoo! Look at that! Look at that comment.
after the interview y'all did last week and he Shield win, I finally joined the ownership group yesterday.
Now I have to say that Rico and Scotty, you guys are not responsible for that because you guys were not part of the show last week.
All
Yeah,
you,
It
man.
was my convincing selling, probably directed at the Penguin AZ specifically, had a ripple effect and made other people. There he is. Rico Penguin wants to know why your Christmas lights are still up because it's still Christmas, right, Rick?
Yes, it's always Christmas right here. Okay. If you guys don't know by now, Christmas lights don't come down till spring break. So once the weather starts turning, then you'll start to see some of the lights come down. But until then, Book of Mormon. Can't say I've seen that play, but I hear it's a doozy. So you won't be seeing any Christmas lights down anytime soon, just like you won't see any trophies being pulled down. We might as well just hop right into it.
You're not in a cave. You're in the Hallmark town. They're seeing all those movies. The same town that they film every single Jennifer Love Hewitt and what's her name? Charlie
Lacey Chabert.
Yes, that's her.
Yeah. She was a smoke show back in the day. I mean, she still is. She's aged, shout out to aging, but
We got pulled off of
Mean
YouTube.
Girls, she was peak. Mean Girls and Date Movie was when she was at her absolute best. I mean, that's why she literally played the role of Jennifer Love Hewitt in Date Movie. For those of you who have never seen, oh no, not Date Movie, not another teen movie. That's what I'm thinking of. Brilliant stuff, guys. I'm sure you all want to hear about how Captain America got his start, but there was a game. I'm sure that some of you would like to talk about it. Steven, do we have any highlights from the most recent game between Cliftonville? Look at that, a goal.
So the video was pulled down off of YouTube, and we're immediately issued a YouTube strike, which is not a good thing. Court, hopefully you're watching, and the theme song is by Court, and the link to all Court's work is down in the description here, but they pulled it down for using Court's song, and they gave us a copyright strike. So Court, need your help if you're watching, buddy. And
wonderful.
watching,
so AJ, how many times have you actually been a viewer as opposed to just how many times have you not been a host?
This is only my 4th time on.
So in all of your shows, in every show that you've ever done, how many times have you just been a spectator?
Like been on the show and not been a host? I don't know.
Just been a third-party non-host member.
I don't know. Not many.
Well, it doesn't feel right to me. So I think I would like you to be the host of this show because it's just, it feels more authentic when it's coming from you.
No, I don't want it to be authentic. I got to handle this strike while we do this. So go ahead.
The voice.
You got it. And I will keep my, I will stop.
I love it.
Hey, look at me. My internet is horrible. No, it is. That's why I don't have the soundboard all hooked up.
You've gotten so mad, the steam has fogged up your lens.
Ooh, steaming from that strike. Why did we get a strike?
for using the theme song, which we have permission to use. Facebook
Yeah.
has also done that to us in the past, but I've been able to handle it. But now YouTube's
That's
a whole
weird.
other story.
Weird
Well,
technology.
how about we just sing it a cappella style next time and forget the music? We'll sing it.
No thanks. Scotty,
Yes, sir.
did you watch the game?
I watched as much of it as I could while managing 33 felons in and out of court. Probably
33
we
felons.
had
Kind of
We had
sounds like
20
this show, doesn't it?
20% of our jail population in court in one day. It was a record. I got to watch about 70% of it. I got to watch the most important part, which was the shootout, the penalty kicks. And
That's good.
in full uniform and with people around, when Aiden put that one in there to win it, I jumped up and down like an idiot, like I was there, and then had to put on a straight face to go into the courtroom. It was pretty funny, but nobody but me knows, so it's good.
So hold on. So you're escorting a bunch of felons around, and you took a break to watch the PKs?
There was a small break, a small recess, so I was able to run to the back of the control area where my desk is at, and penalty kicks had just started. In fact, I missed the first one we sank, and I missed the first miss by Cliftonville, but I had enough time to watch the rest of them. So
Wow.
I got to celebrate in private for those 3 minutes, and it was glorious. And I was in a bad mood. It really lifted my spirits for the rest of the day.
Wow, that's almost serendipitous, dude. I mean, to get that very small window from work to get to catch the end of that's incredible.
Yeah, if the Superior Court IT guy looks and says, "Why is there BBC being streamed through our network?" they'll probably come ask me about it. But it's like, well,
Well, at least you'll have a good answer.
Yeah.
AJ, did you get a chance to catch the historical game that happened this past Saturday?
I did watch it, man. No, this Saturday, yes. This Saturday was the game where Danny Gibson scored the 3 goals.
Hold on.
That was good. I did see.
Hold on. What? No, Tuesday. Sorry.
It's okay.
Tuesday's game, the Shield game.
I did.
My
I watched
apologies. You watched it.
Yes, sir. Good stuff.
Wow.
Exciting.
And you guys were able to view it, like you were able to watch the whole game. It didn't cut in or out or anything like that.
On the BBC.
Saturday's game Saturday's Cliftonville game, the league match, was another crap show from One Football. I probably got to watch 20 minutes pieced together of the whole thing. So One Football's terrible. So I really didn't get to see much but the highlights on that one.
That's too bad. But AJ, good. Everything was good with the
yeah on the BBC. It was like watching it on NBC or ESPN or something. It was really good.
4K, delicious. It must have felt like you were right there with such clear quality.
I felt like I was at Inter Miami doing my job. That's how good the quality was. Seriously.
Well, all I can say is that if you would have pulled 1,000 Northern Irish men and women and asked them if Carrick was going to take down the Shield, I would say 999 of them would have said you're crazy. Is that fair to say? We'll start with you, Scotty. What do you think people were thinking at the beginning of this season? Because, I mean, keep in mind, these guys just got done getting shellacked a week or so ago. Now, they had a nice response to that. But did anybody see this coming?
I didn't. I think we're might be a little bit of a, I don't want to say a total afterthought in Ireland because I don't live there. But when you hear people talk, like even Michael himself last week, I think he said he has a friend of his that's some sort of a uh, networking friend that's in business that grew up in Cliftonville or grew up a Cliftonville fan. There's people that live in Southern California that I know that's Cliftonville fan. It's like, I don't think there's anybody outside of Carrickfergus that's really talking about them. So I don't want to say afterthought, but I don't think anybody was projecting much from us. And when you haven't won a major tournament in 33 years, you're probably not going to be talked about very much leading into it. So I would say 99% of people probably wouldn't have picked Carrickfergus to win it.
I mean, it'd be like picking the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl. AJ, your
Yes, sir.
thoughts? What did you see this coming? Honestly,
Well, I'll tell you that on Saturday, I won some money on them. So I bet on them Saturday, playing against the same team that they played against in the Shield. I think now we've got three wins in a row when you count the Cup and the Shield and then the other. So yeah, based on us beating them soundly, and they did have some guys that did not play on Saturday. I thought there was a shot. Now I couldn't bet on the Shield game because there were no lines on it on any of the books that I had. But am I shocked? No. Am I happy? Yeah. Let's see if we can keep it going now.
Yeah. I'm going to pose this question to you guys. And Scotty, you go first, and then AJ. But did that 7-0 shellacking, is that possibly the best thing that could have happened to this team in terms of kicking their ass into gear?
Wow. I think perspective will develop as the season goes on. I think if we get to where we're climbing into 9th or 8th or distancing ourselves from 11th, I think you easily can look back at that 7-0 dismantle and think that that's definitely a turning point, because when you look at, like, from our perspective, and we've been really close in this thing for the last several months, all season, a lot of us. And when you go from leading the standings after the first month of the season to a complete tank, like what we hadn't won since October, and then not winning since October 31st, and then that loss, that you would think that would sink you, man. I'd like make or break time. And then we respond. Yeah, it was Queen's University, but we beat them. We hammered Cliftonville on Saturday. We won the Shield. There's not going to be a better example the rest of the year for a turning point in this game. So I think that something happened. I know how we feel about Baxter strategies off to the side when we're talking and stuff. But those guys seem to be responding to him in spite of the struggles, and a lot of turnaround. If this does not turn the season around, even if we can get into 8th or 9th, that Glentoran 07 beatdown is going to be a good thing. I mean, so that's my side.
Yeah, you can't overlook that game at Queen's University. AJ, assuming that Harry and Markle are able to poison Charles and Kate, do you think Meghan Markle is going to actually go to Queen's University to become a queen?
Is that the same Queen's University that Prince Hakeem went to in Simi?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I remember
For
that.
those of you who don't know, Prince Hakeem, Coming to America, classic.
I'm dating myself here.
But I mean, AJ, you've been around sports your whole life. I mean, a loss like they took, that 7-0, to have responded the way they do, like they're hot right now. Are we going to be talking about that loss as the turning point?
I hope so. I hope so. Sports is always, doesn't matter who it is or what the Dodgers. They go through streaks where they're down. The Marlins, they're always down. They never have a hot streak. But the point is, most teams, there's times of the season where they're just off. So hopefully we get that out of our system. And now we run the table or come close to it for the rest of the year.
And when you look at that loss at the heels of one of the worst runs that Carrick has had in a while, not winning in 2.5 months. I mean, you think about, like, I grew up in Alabama, so big Alabama fan. They just got the brakes beat off of them by Indiana, but the season's over. People are going to forget about it. Recruiting's coming. It's probably not going to carry over into next year. Next year's going to be what it's going to be. But Carrick took a bad loss in the middle of a season, and then you got to wake up Sunday and play a cup game on Tuesday, and then a league game on Saturday, followed by another tournament game on Tuesdays. You ain't got time to sit around and mope. You either put up, shut up, pick up, and move on. And how do you respond any better than 3 straight wins in your first trophy in 33 years? So I love it. It's exciting. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to say we're going to look back in April, or we're going to look back in March when everybody's at that owners gathering, and you're going to think that Glentoran thing, we're going to be glad it happened because it put a fire in them. So
absolutely. You know, I think we're going to be looking back at a year in 2 months at not this owner summit, but the next one, when the team is established, and you know, we might be looking back in 5 years from now when we're all living in Northern Ireland, and I've got my cottage and sheep farm, and you know, I work lifting barrels of ale during the evening, and during the day I'm tending to the sheep. And
how is that any different than your life now?
Exactly. It's just a different area code. Preparing for the AGI onslaught that's going to come. Everybody write that down. It's coming. I'm warning you. I'm warning you now. Scotty, you mentioned Alabama. I'm sorry. You guys got shellacked because Tyler Simpson's a bum. And I swear on everything, if the Cardinals draft him, I'm going to lose my mind because he is not a top 10 pick. He's not even a day, maybe a day 2 pick. But that's besides the point.
yeah, he's no Mac Jones. No.
Yep. Luch on ice. Someone tell Rico Christmas is over. Once again, Christmas is never over in this household. It lives here all year long. Now,
and after this show, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Marathon will be on. So stay tuned.
dude, I would love that. The claymation one.
Yes.
I mean, I could.
It's the only one I watch.
I mean, I could sing you every song from that, start to finish, if you wanted.
No,
But
we're good.
the duet between Herbie and Rudolph. Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. Just because my nose glows. Why don't I fit into Yeah.
Kirby doesn't like to make toys.
Herbie doesn't like to make toys. Sorry, guys. I got that out of my system. Technically, we should be honoring MLK and preparing for Valentine's Day, but 33 years is a long time to have not lifted a trophy of this caliber. And I just think that if you're Baxter, like, it's a great time to really sell the boys on your vision. Like, this is the time. You've got you're on a hot streak. You just won this trophy. Like, this is when you establish your identity as not only a locker room, but a club. You know, Michael getting to work with the GMs and the coaches and the players and establish the identity of this team and what they want it to be going forward. Like, this is a chance that very few meddling organizations get. And it kind of reminds me of the Suns when we were just at the bottom of the barrel. And for no for no reason at all, we got invited to that tournament when COVID was going on. They're hosting the tournament at in Orlando.
The bubble?
The bubble, yeah, the bubble. And we were the worst team in there, and we ended up going undefeated and almost making it in to the playoffs. And then that very next year, we ended up going to the finals, I believe. So this is that moment that if you can catch the fire, you can catch the lightning and bottle it, you might have a long-term product. So we don't want to go too long on this win, but it's so historic and it's awesome. And getting to see the fans, dude, the fans that showed up, like how ruckus it was, just getting to see the potential of what a winner could look like was salivating. It was mouth-watering. I can't freaking wait.
Yeah.
Well, not to toot their horns too much, but they do have another match coming up. All right. I believe that one is going to be played on Saturday. It's at home versus the 5th seed in the table, the Dungannon Swifties. It's going to be 7 p.m. Markle time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, it is a home game, but the Swifties play at Stagmore Park in County Tyrone, which seems a little wrong because you would think with a name like the Dungannon Swifties that they would be playing at like Arrowhead Stadium or some big concert hall in like Sao Paulo, because Taylor Swift doesn't just go to any small stadium. And I can't imagine that a team that holds her name, that she's going to allow them to play at a small stadium.
Rico, shake it off, buddy. Just shake it off.
Yeah.
Shake what off? I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I think she's an owner of the team. I'm not 100% sure, but she's leased out her name.
No way. Well, I wonder if she has a jersey with number 87 on it.
Oh, that would be so cute. So cute. I mean, I'm hoping the best for her and Kelsey, but I don't see that one. I don't see that one lasting. I just imagine the Rangers running around on a soccer field with a bunch of like 30-year-old women that are wearing like neon glow-in-the-dark headbands and trying to relive their college days, and Carrick just goes out there and shellacks them. What do you guys think? Scotty, you first, AJ second.
Dungannon. I'll tell you something positive about our matchups with Dungan this year. We beat them earlier in the season, and we drew with them 3-3 back in December. And that 3-3 draw at Taylor's Avenue broke the losing streak that began this current run that, other than the 07 beatdown to Glentoran, has not been a bad stretch over the last few weeks. So we have not lost. We are undefeated against the Swifties this season. A win and a draw.
Gotta love that. And as Michael MDH points out, Taylor Swift wears Danny Gibson pajamas. And you can get those online at the shop. Just go to www.carrickrangers.com and look for. Wait, we don't have those?
.uk.co.
Oh, my producer's telling me we don't have those. Steven, can you verify? Do we have Danny Gibson pajamas for Taylor Swift to wear? Steven Luker, the best in the business. It's probably at Circle K. All right, AJ.
Hey, I've seen nothing on there.
Good. The segment's over, Luker. You missed your opportunity. Get off the screen. Jiminy Christmas. AJ, your turn. Shoot from the hip, buddy. Lay it on me.
So
Dungannon Swifts, what do you got?
They're basically a 500 team. Here's the thing. if you're betting, not that I condone it, but
That
better.
sounds like a muted microphone, AJ. Just in case the audience, maybe it's just me. Does anybody else hear AJ?
No. Can you hear me? Are you not hearing me?
Hello, I don't hear anybody. What's going on?
Is it just me that can't hear?
What?
How about now? Am I back? No. Right.
Oh, I hear you. I was just playing along. I hear both of you.
Oh, you hear me? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I was just playing along because
Oh, all right. Okay. All right.
I thought we were being covert.
Nah, so here is how I'm looking at this game. Can you hear me, Rick?
I can hear you now, buddy.
All right. So they're 13-10. They don't draw. They have one draw this year, the Swifties. All right. One tie. That's it. So betting, I would bet that someone's going to win this game in regulation. And with that being said, although they won 4 out of their last 5 matches. I'm sorry. I don't know. I like our chances this week. We're on a hot streak. We won 3 in a row. Why is it going to stop? This team is not on that next level. They're sort of, kind of, if you look at their goal differential, they're -3. Yeah, I like our chances, buddy. I do.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll put a nickel on it.
Put a good nickel on it, and I think it'll pay off because this is the perfect building block game too. I know I keep saying building block, but anybody who's starting at the bottom, building an organization knows you have to have a strong foundation. You need an AJ to lead the group. You need an Uncle Rico that's going to score the goals and at times, headbutt with the reps. But you can always rely on that Rico to show up on time. You can always rely on that Rico to put out when he puts that uniform on, he's always going to produce. You've got a team that's number 5 in the standings. It's not at the top, but 5 is high. And if you want to beat and prove, like they're the perfect incremental jump to getting up to Larn. You know what I mean? Like they're the perfect barometer of the hot streak. Like we're not playing a team at the very top. We're playing one that's good, solid standing, but totally beatable. And if we beat these guys, I'm telling you, magic.
And we've gotten so we've won. We had a clean sheet in the August match. We had a 3-3 draw against them on December 6th. And since that 3-3 draw, we've gotten some defensive help with the fullback position with Mikey Place, who's been playing really well right away. Look to see some more of the new signings on there. But if you've noticed, Mikey's been playing every game since he got in. Mm-hmm. And we have only given up 1 80-minute or later goal since Mikey got there. I don't know if it's him specifically, you know what I mean? But, hey, it's good life. So I think our defensive structure is more solid. So I would put 2 nickels on it. I'll see your nickel and raise you on this one for us to win there, AJ.
Ooh-wee. Teddy KGB style. Check.
You're dating yourself again with that one, but I know what you're talking about.
You know about Teddy KGB.
I know what you're talking about, Rounders.
That's
a great movie. When you look at this table, Rico, so you got Larn, and I'm looking at goal differential, +31. Colleran, +26. You got Glentoran, +15. Linfield, +19. And then there's a huge drop-off to everybody else.
Yep.
And that's where Taylor Swift starts. She's -3 right now. We are -12 going in, but I got a feeling we'll come out of this at -10.
Ever since Taylor got with Kelsey, she's been on a losing streak. So have the Chiefs. So I don't see the Swifties coming out of this one winners. I think we ride the hot streak. That was great analysis about Mikey Keene and AJ pointing out the goal differential. I mean, you throw those together, it looks great on paper. So if if they're going to keep building the foundation, we should look at Saturday as another block to add. Now, there is one more thing I want to discuss before we get to the games, fellas. And I know you're excited about the games because Rico always comes with the games. But we've got the Owner Summit coming up. And a little birdie told me, AJ, you're going to be at that?
I neither confirm or deny where I will be.
Very me of you. Scotty.
Well, Rick, if you tell people you're going away, then they break into your house and steal all your stuff. So no, I'm not going anywhere. I never leave my house.
Not unless you have gun turrets and an electric dog.
Yeah, I need an electric dog and a remote for the and a remote. You know what's really kind of cool? And I'm not specifically talking about Andy right now, but three things. A, we were kicked off of YouTube wrongly, so I will immediately be on the phone with Rob, who's our attorney. And we will own Google. Google owns YouTube, right? Yeah, we'll own Google eventually here. 2, we're getting a lot of comments tonight from people that we normally don't get comments from, which means people are watching. And B, don't quote me on this, but I think we may have set a record on Twitter right now. Now, the Jose Canseco, when we had him on, that was like at 50,000 views total. But right now on X, we're creeping up on 11,000 people right now on X.
11,000 people. Wow. It might as well be 1 million. When you put Rico and Swifty together, and then you throw in a trophy, you add AJ, you add Scotty, and you add Christmas. I mean, that is all an episode needs. Okay, needs a little pizzazz. It needs a little controversy. It needs a little humor. It needs a little heart, and we've got all that here. And I do want to know if Scotty's going to be attending the Owner Summit, because I, for one, would love to go. Unfortunately, there's work that needs to be done in the bunker. Ever since Trump's making his play on Greenland, I want to make sure that any missiles lobbed this way, because I saw that AGL can also drone bunkers, so I need to make sure that I've got all the screws tightened. But Scotty, will you be attending?
Unfortunately, I will not be there this year. I had my wife, who's going to be watching the replay of this, agree to let me go, and I would let her stay with my family in Alabama, and then we would reconvene after I got back. And then I had one of the smart moments of my marriage. And that was to this year, 2026 is our 20th wedding anniversary. So I finally learned how to use my brain in 20 years. I got to thinking, I'm going to go to Ireland by myself and spend all that money and be out of money for a vacation later on our 20th anniversary year. So I decided to not do that and shoot for 27 if we have another Owner Summit. So for that reason, I'm out for this year.
You know,
it's like Shark Tank. He went through a whole big long thing to say why he's out.
Right.
Mark Cuban over there.
Exactly. And for those reasons, I'm out.
You are.
I'm hurting though, man, because like everybody's gonna get over there and see that beautiful shield and see Michael said the moth on the ceiling.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to touch that Northern Ireland soil and just take off my shoes and just let my feet get dirty. Just feel that ground. And then go learn some chants and sing at the pubs and wear a scarf and just be stupid celebrating.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a blast, but I have to commend you on being a good husband, because that is a grade A play. Way to read the tea leaves, buddy.
Yeah.
You're doing, I can learn from that because I'm fairly new as a husband. You guys have been doing it for quite some time. And I always like to hear what people that have been doing it, what they have to say are the keys to success, or what they do to keep it going, because it's not easy. I mean, you guys obviously know that marriage is a lot of hard work, and I personally respect the hell out of men that and women that can both get on the same page, work as a team, and do sacrifices like you just talked about. Instead of going to that the conference, you're waiting to spend it on the lady in the 20th anniversary. So,
And I had a good year. And I had a good year too. My job sent me to Beverly Hills and Hollywood, Tahoe, and getting ready to send me to LA again for work, for training. So it's like, yeah, that was going to be a hard one to pull. But anyway, if you tune in tonight, you got some marriage advice. Nobody would have thought we're going to watch the Carrick Rangers podcast tonight and get some marriage advice. So if that was worth a few clicks.
The Tahoe trip sounds cool. That's about all of it, though.
Yeah. I'm intrigued at what Scotty does, because one second he's walking around 33 felons and cutting away to watch PKs in the back room of the courthouse, and then the next he's in Tahoe and Hollywood. Are you a bounty hunter?
It's dog right there, buddy.
That's dog, dude.
It's dog.
He's not answering. Is that a confirmation that you're a bounty hunter?
You can't say.
Wow.
All right, I got this. You lost me for a second. Did you ask something?
If that riot that we saw the riot on Fox News on Saturday at the Sacramento County jailhouse, where all the felons accidentally got out of their cages and burned the building down. Were you responsible for that? It happened right around PK time.
No, that's about 2 hours, about an hour and 50 minutes south of me. So I wasn't involved in that.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have really liked to seen you on the evening news.
That would have been
No,
You're smarter than that, huh? You're much more clever than Dog and his wife. Just imagine if Scotty was the one coming to your door to claim you for like parking tickets, like
you have
his southern accent.
Tickets, man. You know, it's crazy. I listen. I don't really follow the news unless somebody says, "Hey, something big happened." So I don't need. I'm looking at what you're talking about now.
I'm joking, buddy. We're just joking. Then nothing happened. We're joking.
No, Oh, that was last year.
There's something always popping in Cali. Don't go down that rabbit hole, my friend. If you really want to get tapped into the news, you can look at the what was it? The International Escort Expo that was going on over in Davos, and with all the Bond villains. It was the Bond Villain Awards show going on over there at the WEF. So a lot of good highlights from that. But other than that, I would probably tap out on the news. You're better off not paying attention.
Can I make one quick announcement, sir?
Absolutely.
All right. So I immediately went to YouTube and said, yo, and then I got very Jersey, which I won't do because it's not very family friendly for this show. Just received an email 14 minutes ago. Usually these things take days.
Mm-hmm.
We've reviewed your appeal, your video, the People's Club, Carrick Rangers podcast. After taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our community guidelines. No shit, Sherlock.
That's awesome. 14 minutes, folks. That's called getting it done. We must.
Would the replay be available on the later?
Yeah, I will. I'll put it up.
I mean, if they're answering that fast, I mean, clearly the People's Podcast is in demand.
The people have spoken.
The people have spoken.
Not YouTube's club, it's the People's Club, man.
Yep, and like the People's Club does, especially when Rico's in the building, Rico likes to dab into a little bit of the trivia to see just what's popping in the world, or maybe just to learn more about my two, I guess, co-hosts. In this segment, I'd like to call, Do You Know Your Crowns? Are you ready?
Your background, I'm sorry, but your background is friggin' dynamite. Your tree just shook, though. I don't know why your tree shook. You might be going through an earthquake, but your background is epic right now, bro.
Thank you. Sometimes it has to do with if I'm moving fast like that, like I'm on the court, the camera is focusing, so it does it automatically.
Earthquake would have been more interesting for the show.
I'm sorry. I've got a Christmas mouse in the Christmas tree, and it's foraging for nuts and pine cones right now. True story. We usually do get a Christmas mouse every year, and don't worry, folks. I use non-lethal traps. We catch it, we feed them, we name them, and then we drive about a mile away and release them back into the wild. Because I'm an animal lover. I love animals almost more than I love humans. They're more reliable, I would say. They're honest. Animals are honest. They are what they are. You're not going to get two stories with animals. So write
True.
that down. Back to the game, folks.
He already said for all these reasons I'm out. So I guess it's just me and you.
No. You're all in. All hail the kings is what we will call this segment. And the first question will go to Scotty. Scotty, who is the king of rock and roll?
Huh?
Is that your final answer?
Man. Somebody, his middle name is Aaron. Do I get bonus points for that?
You certainly do. That's almost like your Angels in the Outfield the other time we were on.
Elvis Aaron Presley from Tupelo, Mississippi.
I mean, oh, good. Thanks for that music, Steven. That was perfect. Do you guys have a problem with him still being the king of rock and roll? Would you put anybody ahead of him?
About 500 people.
No.
500. Okay, let's start with two. Name
Taylor
two
Swift,
people
number
you would
one.
put ahead of him.
Does that have to be an individual or can it be a group?
I was gonna say individual, but I'll let you do group.
AC/DC,
There you go.
Def Leppard, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, the Bee Gees, Debbie Gibson.
What? All right, you
Taylor
lost
Swift.
me. Bee Gees was one thing, but you lost me with Debbie, man. Do you get lost in her eyes? You know?
Only in my dreams.
Boo. Well played. All right, well, we've got one answer in and one correct answer at that. The second question will be, this sports athlete goes by the name of King James. Who is the athlete?
Do we buzz in or how do we do this?
You just give me your answer, and when you feel ready to give it to me.
King James. Not the NIV. The King James you're talking. All right.
King James. Who is a sports athlete, because there have been a few King Jameses.
All right, so we're not talking about the Bible right now.
No. We are not.
And it's not Trinity Rodman, right? Because she just signed the record-breaking contract for a shoe endorsement. But I'm going to say LeBron James. Final answer.
Final answer.
LeBron James.
Can I phone a
LeBron
friend?
James. That is correct. The LA Lakers aging superstar LeBron James does go by King James, and that is interesting news about Trinity Rodman. Is that Dennis Rodman's daughter?
Yes.
It is. Yeah, she plays in the what is it? The
WNBA?
No, she plays soccer.
Soccer.
The NWSL. Is that what
Oh, that's her. She plays for the U.S. Women's National Team.
No, not the national team. She plays for the NWSL, the National Women's Soccer League.
But I swore I'd seen a Rodman on a jersey.
Oh,
I'd almost. Steven, can you verify if Trinity Rodman has got a cap for the U.S. Women's National Team? Those of you in the audience, feel free to participate if you know the answer already.
If Q is watching, he's already got the answer. He knows.
Q is watching. I saw him come in a few clicks ago.
It's hard to keep track of everybody with 10,000 people watching. You know what I'm talking about?
She does play on the women's national team.
Steven's asleep at the wheel, so we're just gonna let that one. We'll save it for later. Scotty, next question. Oh, is that Steven?
Yes.
Hey,
Well, they
welcome
say
back.
the problem is initially the 4-year contract valued over $1 million was vetoed by the commissioner. The cap is at for the NWSL is $3.5 million.
What does that have to do with the National Women's
What?
Soccer Team?
Thank you for your useless information, Steven. Once again, you surprised nobody with your action.
Oh my God.
What is this? Billy Madison here?
All I want to know is if Trinity.
Wow.
I love you, Steven. Steven, can you find out if Trinity Rodman has ever played for the U.S. Women's National Team? And Joe Quills,
has it.
Yes. As of
47
January,
caps.
as
Boom.
of January 2026, Trinity Rodman is a prominent member of the women's national team, and recently signed a new 3-year contract to remain with the Washington Spirit. Okay. So yes, she is.
What do you know? Rico knows again. Next
That's
question.
what the segment should be called. Rico knows. What do you know?
Rico knows everything. All right. The next question goes to Scotty. Scotty, who is the king of pop?
The king of pop is the former son-in-law of the king of rock. You might know him as Michael Jackson.
Wow. You went 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon on that one.
I saw the king of pop's wife, aka the king of rock and roll's daughter, in a concert one time.
Really?
On the phone. Yeah. Daytona International Speedway 2005 pre-race concert. Lisa Marie Presley.
I'm going
Lisa
with Lance
Marie.
Bass. Is
Oh,
my
yeah.
final answer.
Priscilla was the one married to him, right?
Lance Bass. Oh my God. That was random.
Well played. AJ, do you have any problem with Michael Jackson still being called the king of pop after all of the late night cuddles with Macaulay Culkin, aka Kevin McAllister from Home Alone?
It's a whole conversations for a whole nother show. But let me just say this. I got lots of problems with Michael Jackson, but he was never found guilty.
Woo!
Neither was OJ, man.
Well,
I
no,
believe
OJ
R.
was.
Kelly
just
also
not
had
for
a
the wrong
song
crime,
called
that's
Not
all.
Guilty. You know, I'm a fan of MJ's. It's one of those things where you kind of cringe, and it's disassociating the art from the person. It's like, do you watch any of the movies that were done by the Weinstein Company? Because there are a bajillion of great movies. Now, Harvey Weinstein may not be the best guy in the world, but his movie company put out some pretty good movies. Although I will say, one of his most ironic movies is Scream 3, where the plot is a movie exec is exploiting young actresses. You might want to go rewatch that one, because his movie company did that, and you know he had to be laughing internally the whole time.
I
What
didn't
a
even
monster.
know there was a Scream 3.
There's like 10 of them now, dude.
Is
They
Courtney
keep doing
Cox
it.
still in them or no?
Yeah. And Nev
Wow.
Campbell.
Wow, their careers really blasted off after Scream 1, huh?
Yeah. I mean, once Courtney Cox found the knife, per se, the old plastic surgeon, she kind of got that Kathy Griffith thing going on, but I think she cleaned a little bit of it up. AJ,
Steven, if I hear that song again, I'm going to beat you right through the screen, okay? Thank you.
thank you.
Try Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right or something. Good. Yes,
Don't
yes,
forget Bubbles the Chimp, either, Rico.
sir. Family Feud. Here we go. Steven
Wow.
is on it, man. You know what? I'm going to pass.
You don't have.
My
You
Family
can't.
Feud. I'm going to pass it over to Scotty.
What's the
No.
question?
Sorry, AJ can't pass. The next question is: who is the king of late night comedy?
Currently or all time?
I'm a
There's
kid.
only one
There is no
person who
king.
goes as the king of late night comedy.
Well, I'll
Well,
tell you this.
is this my question or AJ?
No, this is mine. He specifically put this on me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Scotty. Stay in your lane, would you?
Yeah,
This is
Scotty,
not-
stay in your lane.
This is not the back chambers of the jailhouse, Scotty, where you can just shackle me up and leave me around, okay? Where's my bologna sandwich, damn it?
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching Jimmy Fallon lately, who I've never found funny, but I find him the most funny of the current batch. Letterman in his heyday was fantastic, but nobody touches Johnny.
That
I
is
still
correct.
watch Johnny's. On
Johnny
YouTube.
Carson is the king of late night. That's one of the reasons I love Christmas, is because I always turn on where he reads Christmas letters, and it always makes me laugh every year, and also makes me think. I thought it was Antonio Cromartie with his 42 kids.
See, that is the king of late night right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be challenging Musk there. Which reminds me that this segment is brought to you by Triple Wrap Sheepskins. Triple Wrap, the only prophylactic that is Musk proof. Now, next question. And this is for you, Scotty, and this will be the last one.
The last one for him or the last one total?
The last one total, because
That's
I
not
have
right. He gets more questions than I do. How is that?
Hear me
You
out.
You got to skip one.
Because you're on the
Hear me
West
out.
Coast and he's in the West Coast.
I
All right,
have a
whatever.
feeling I did it this way because I have a feeling Scotty will not be able to answer this question, and it will pass to AJ. So, final question of the night. Which king left the Catholic Church so he could bang Anne Boleyn? Which king left the Catholic Church so that he could divorce his wife and sleep with another woman?
What are we listening to? The X-Files now?
Sounds like it. Maybe Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well,
I
the
don't
answer's got to be David Duchovny then. I can read between the lines. That is the X-Files. Steven is on it right now, huh?
Well played, Stephen. Scotty, do you have the answer?
I do not.
You do not. AJ, do you have the answer?
Is it King James?
He was gay. I think.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with was he a king when he left the church, or was he a prince?
Hold on. Now you've got me thinking.
Oh, and Prince is
I'm
another
kidding.
guy I don't
It's
care
not
for.
King James. I'll give you a hint. There is a There is a running back in the NFL who shares the same nickname.
Christian McCaffrey.
Negative. Scotty, running back in the NFL who shares the same name, or I should say nickname. Think of running backs.
Ronnie Lott.
He's one of the best.
Grant Tarkenton.
He has a commercial with State Farm.
Oh, Jake, the State Farm guy.
No, not Jake from State Farm.
Patrick Mahomes?
No, negative.
The only thing I can think of, and I don't know if this is even close, but I know that one king is a little jingle, a little song about being married 7 times before, or King Henry VIII. I don't know if that's him or not.
King Henry. There you go.
Was I right?
Done.
Was this in the book Kings of the Castle?
King
No.
Henry VIII.
I am Henry VIII. I am Henry VIII. I am. You know, something. I've been married 7 times before. Maybe okay. I should have thought about that sooner.
Yep. See, so AJ, you did get the same amount of questions as Scotty, as I predicted, because once again, the show is called Rico Knows Everything.
Yep.
Fun fact: Henry VIII was married to Princess Aragon of Spain, uniting their kingdoms. But Henry VIII was a known philanderer. And also, fun fact, he had already nailed Anne Boleyn's sister, who was very well known in the court. But Anne Boleyn's father wanted her to get close to this king. So she did. The king fell in love, but because he was already married, he could not pursue a marriage because it was not, they didn't believe in divorce. He could not divorce the Spanish princess. So he left the Vatican, left the Catholic Church, started the Church of England, and married Anne Boleyn. There you go. And that is Do You Know Your Kings?
Anne Boleyn. Is that the same one that Trump had the thing with, or no? That's somebody totally different.
Anne Boleyn. Wow. I never put 2 and 2 together, but that does sound very similar. Trump, another person who apparently not guilty.
No, Trump was found guilty. We have to
Anne
call it the way
Boleyn?
it is. Trump was found guilty.
Of Anne Boleyn?
No, just in general. But
In general?
Michael Jackson, never found guilty.
Trump has been found guilty. Yes, there are some blemishes on his record. I'm sure Scotty probably escorted him to get his mugshot once or twice.
Oh,
Is
that
that
would
true?
have been great, Scotty.
His money.
If you have the unreleased mugshots on your cell phone, and he's gonna get them out of his closet right now. This is awesome.
Oh my God!
This mugshot?
Yeah, never surrender. Hoo-ha.
It's autographed.
It's autographed. It's autographed in gold. That is Trump.
But it's autographed like AZ60291 is his prison number.
Hey, it's still in gold, baby. That's all that matters. Trump daddy. Be honest with me, Scotty. If you get hungry on the job, do you ever dig into the Ladmo bags?
That we give.
Do you guys have names for the chow bags out there?
No, but I've eaten the hot trays before, but not the lunch bags. The lunch bags they got those big peppercorns inside, the bologna or whatever, the cheap salami. You break your teeth on them now. Every now and then, the kitchen ladies will put up a decent hot meal for them, and if I'm working late, I've snagged one here and there, but not the lunch.
Respect. Yeah, I would be afraid of a hot tray or two. Speaking of which, I'm kind of fiending for a hot tray right now. My tummy's grumbling.
Yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, Stephen, I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. Another great show. Any plugs that you guys need to get in before we end this party here? I'm going to start with AJ. AJ, anything that you'd like to say to the audience before we close this chapter?
On Thursday, the 29th, I just got a notification that one of my racehorses, the Town, will be running here at Gulfstream, and we like them.
We like
And
him.
then also on the 31st, I believe, one of my other horses, Schoolyard Superman, is nominated for the Withers, which is a Kentucky Derby, basically a race that gets you to the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
And he's a monster. Schoolyard Superman is a monster. Here's the deal with this horse. His first race left in an ambulance. Horses always get euthanized when they leave in ambulances. Came back, raced again, came in second, and then his third race blew the shoes off of everybody, bro. So I got two really hot horses running. So besides making money on Carrick this weekend, you make money on the Town, you make money on Schoolyard Superman, and then we're all going to Kentucky to Churchill first weekend in May.
Love it. So what you're saying is with the Schoolyard Superman, is it like a Rookie of the Year thing where the horse got injured and then once he healed, his arm or legs came back with like super speed? So like Henry Rollingardner was throwing 105 miles an hour. So now the horse is running at like what, 80 miles an hour?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny these things. And the other thing I want to plug is at 9:00 tonight, the Joe Quill show. Right
Joe
here.
Quill show. Folks, if you haven't heard about Joe Q, then let me tell you, he is a slice of American pie, and this guy knows his horses. He loves a good pony, and he loves a good pony race, and he will get you that inside scoop on all the track news. So tune in tonight, Bleacher Brothers, Joe Q. Poppin'! Scotty, my love.
I'm speaking to the powers that be. You've got old Irish Cup stuff on the US shop. You need to send Shop Pay some new designs so we can have some merchandise with the Antrim Shield 26 championship logos on it to the USA shop. So that's my plug, is to get the powers that be to get some County Antrim Shield celebratory merchandise on the US shop.
That is a brilliant idea. And
Because I will spend money. I may not be a huge investor, but I'm pumping money in all the time.
Well,
Rico, can I ask both of you a question before you wrap this up? And I need a serious answer, and people watching can chat in too. Obviously, we all know I found soccer late in life. Is it too late for me to have a career in soccer, do you think?
It depends. If you go to the senior living rec center, maybe, but I think guys like you and me, we're not going to get out of the Sunday league, man.
What about me?
You never had a shot.
I can't run anymore. I've messed up my Achilles and calf muscles, tearing them over the last few years. I can't run hardly. That's why I do mat grappling, is because I don't have to stand and kick and run. I just lay down and grab people by the neck. You know, if I have to do more than that, I'm screwed.
That's why he knew the Michael Jackson answer. Michael Jackson used to like to do
the
same thing.
Oh, that explains everything. Boom! Jab, cross. Love it. Man, I forgot my train of thought there. Because me and AJ had a lengthy conversation about trying out for the Rangers when we go to Ireland, and I still stand by this. I think I've got 30 minutes in me, and I would score a goal. I'd net one every time. I stand by that statement. But
what about a one-on-one, me against you? We do it on pay-per-view, and the loser has to, what do you call it, mat grapple with Scotty.
Oh, I'd lose on purpose just to get my paws on Scotty.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
I love a good mat grapple. Well, fellas. I'd like to thank you both for coming out and participating tonight. It was a blast as usual. Felt a little. It took, for those of you in the audience, I thank you for being patient with me because it's a little different being on the other side. I'm used to not being in control when AJ's on. AJ is usually the captain of the ship, and I'm like, I wouldn't even say I'm first mate. I'm kind of just like the guy you turn to when you need the deck swabbed and you need to have a good laugh.
Gilligan, that's your new name, Gilligan.
I've had some good laughs.
But you can't give me that name because from now on it's Captain Rico. Instead of Captain Ron, which American classic, shout out to Kurt Russell and Martin Short.
And Ron Johnson.
And Ron Johnson. Was Ron Johnson in that?
Yeah, but he's Captain Ron. That's what he goes by.
We're talking about the movie Captain Ron, buddy.
I think Captain Ron had the name first. He was just never smart enough to trademark it.
Yeah, he wasn't. And then he had Dakota Johnson, and she made a terrible movie called Madam Web, and that was the end of her. I like Captain Rico. It's kind of like Captain Jack Sparrow, but we'll play with it. If it's Captain Rico, I'm Captain Chaos. What are some good captains? There's Captain America, Captain Planet. Did you guys ever watch Captain Planet?
Yeah, Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman.
The only captain that ever mattered was Captain Crunch, so just leave it
Captain
at that.
Kangaroo.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Hook.
Here, I got the captain. The captain's right up there on the wall. Can you see him?
Is it a picture of Trump that you kiss every night?
No, that's Jeter. That's Jeter. He's the
Oh,
captain.
the captain.
Jeter. You got a picture of Captain Jeter that you kiss every night?
Yeah, but it's signed and it's a limited print, and it was like handed to me by the captain. So yeah.
Oh wow! So
roll.
you literally touched the captain's hands.
That's how I roll, buddy.
Did you get that while he was GMing for Miami?
No, he was still playing when I got that.
Wow, even better.
Yeah, this is when
I did it for my
AJ
wife.
worked at that Italian meat shop down in the
did
Bronx.
it for my wife. You want to talk about anniversaries and being a good husband? Popped up on my Facebook. Support the Turn 2 Foundation at our annual fundraising dinner. So I supported them, and $25,000 later, I got a picture of Derek Jeter autographed up there.
Wow!
And my wife got to meet Derek Jeter.
That
But we hung out with
is
Joe
awesome.
Piscopo, which was very cool.
Joe Piscopo. Shout out to SNL in the 80s. Hoo-yah. All right. Well, this one's gone off the rails at the end. I suppose let no train wreck go unused.
Ranger game on Saturday.
Ranger game, Saturday. Swifties. Everybody.
Yes.
There we go. Look at Luker. He's right on it.
That was me.
And hopefully next week, when whoever hosts next week, we could move up as much as 2 spots on the table. If everything goes right, we win. The Crusaders play Linfield. Glenavon plays Coleraine, or the other way around, and Bellarmine and Portadown. So potentially, if those 3 lose and we win, we can move up 2 spots. So
Well,
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, we were just trying to win a game. Now Scotty wants all these teams to lose and us to win all at the same time. Some people just get greedy.
This could be a good weekend.
Yeah, you gotta love fandom. It's one of a kind. So, all right, Northern Ireland, America, Greenland. Adios. I love you, and good night.
Guess we got